not maybe. I'll say, you know what? I'm not even gonna say like maybe and leave room for it's not my fault. I'll say I'm sorry, everybody, if that's what it looks like. But with this in particular, this is something that's very important. And if there's a debate in the future in regards to it, cool. If not, cool. I would like for brothers, like Priest said, to look at it. If you have any questions on it, of course, hit us up. If you like to talk about it behind closed doors, it doesn't have to be a debate. Don't got to be heated. It can be all love. So, all praise to the Most High.
All praises. So we're just going back and forth through the spirit. I wanna start just because I also have to play a clip. I have to play this clip for everybody so you can see how hard this is for us, right? So non-Israelites receive salvation. If you look at the picture, you can kind of tell what we believe the Bible to be saying in its entirety. All right. Now we understand that brothers want to unalive us over this. How do I know? Because I'm going to play a clip. And there's so many clips that I could get. I'm just going to play one. Brothers want to unalive us for this. Just like they wanted to unalive Paul when he went to non-Israelites. This is Acts 22 and 21. And he said unto me, Depart, for I will send thee far hence unto the Gentiles. And they gave him audience unto this word. So until he said this word, they were cool. But when he said, I'm going to the Gentile, and then they lifted up their voice and said, Away with such a fellow from the earth, for it is not fit that he should live. So we understand that brothers want to unalive us for taking this position. It is what it is. I'm going to play the clip. It's going to hurt them. It's going to destroy them. This is who we're not worried about. Christ says, Yahushua says, they need to be tied with a noose around their neck and cast into the midst of the sea. So, yeah, we need to be unalive for simply doing what's right.
All right, man. Enough of that. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to those for elect preaching his word and true sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there, learning in silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom. Right, everybody knows about this goofy ass thing that's been going on with the Genesis camp, formerly known as Sakari, Deacon Hakah, and Hassad. Goofy business, man. Saying that the man, even in these people lie, man. They lie like crazy. First off, that precept doesn't say that. That precept doesn't say that we should unalive people. You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that, first of all, about a month ago, you was charging people for the same breakdowns that you're saying are no longer true, but you believed it for a while. So you were making profit off of these breakdowns that you was teaching people, right? That Gentiles can't be saved, and now all of a sudden you flip. Now you gonna refund everybody, right? In the clip, the person who was speaking, he was right to whoever that person was right to bring out that precept, right? In Matthew 18, in verse 6, it says, "But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me," what's it mean to offend? In what sense does that mean?
Strong's G 4624. Scandalizo. Scandalizo.
Right? The word scandals in that, right? It says to put a stumbling block or impediment in the way upon which another may trip and fall, metaphorically to offend, right? Right. Right. You teaching these wayward doctrines, man. This is what it says. But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hang about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. And in the video, they mention, like, you know, what is the punishment for us teaching these things, man? Well, for one, you're adding to the word, man, because that's not. There's no such thing as salvation for the other nations, man. Yeah, can can one Gentile, you know, be shown mercy for whatever reason? It's possible. Doesn't mean that they're all gonna get mercy. You know what I mean? When we look at Romans 9, 9 and 18, therefore has he have mercy on whom he will have mercy, and who and whom he hardened, right? So he blessed Pharaoh, right? He gave him the kingdom, everything. You know, he made his life smooth, right? And then he killed him, right? The Lord could do whatever he wants to do, right? But you still got to deal with Obadiah 1, right? We all know this. They know this, right? Obadiah 1. Let's just say that a couple Edomites get saved for being righteous, because they're teaching that if the Gentiles could keep the laws and the faith, that they could partially have some kind of leeway, right? But even if they did that, you still got to deal with Obadiah 1 and 18. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, right? So they did all this right, alleged to you righteousness and received salvation, to just get destroyed anyway. It doesn't make any sense. It says, and they shall kindle on them and devour them, and they shall be no it should be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. What's the point of receiving this type of salvation if you're gonna get destroyed again anyway? Like, can you deal with that? Right? But these people always want to be right. They always want to teach something, you know, to stand out. You know, I don't know, man. The Lord definitely removed the oil from these people, man. That's what they get for making a merchandise of this ministry, man. Right. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3. For the time will come when they will know where they will not endure sound doctrine, right? And that's what's going on. They did not hold fast to that which was taught to them, which they was under GMS at one point. And then, you know, little surely but slowly, they just like everybody else who leaves, they start going into these wayward doctrines, right? For the time will come, which has come for them, that they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears. Right, that's why they got this online Hebrew Apologetics Academy, which they sow precepts against what they believe. Right, verse 4: and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables. Right, these people are becoming a laughing stock right now, and they're gonna take some people with them, because they was never in the truth to begin with. They created a stumbling block, man. But they're gonna have to deal with that. Right, for what? For filthy lucre's sake. Let me get that one, actually. First Timothy 3:3. Not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. Right? You guys turn this truth into a marketing scheme, into a ploy. You thought with your bellies, man, and not your spirit. This is Proverbs 23:23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Right? Freely we received and freely we give. Man, I mean, I hope that, this becomes a learning lesson, man, to new brothers out there that are looking for the truth, man. The scriptures say that you shall know them by their fruits. Right? This is 1 Corinthians 14:33. It's start at 32. And the spirits of the prophet are subject to the prophets, for God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Right? The Lord changes not, man. Like from the beginning, these Gentiles were not made to receive any type of leeway or anything, because while we was all under the curses, there was some righteous Israelites, but they had to still go through the curses, right? Just like these Gentiles, don't matter if they're righteous or not, they still got to get these curses, man. That's the flip, man. That's the flip side of things. This is Deuteronomy. I'm gonna start at the first one. Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to serve and do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth, and all the blessings shall come unto thee and overtake thee, and shall hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Right, and it goes into all the beautiful things that will happen once we, get right with the Lord when he gives us our new bodies, man. That these nations will be on low, and I guess Genesis is teaching that they still be under subjection, but to get salvation is crazy. Like they get no punishment, even in their past life. They don't gotta deal with none of that. It's crazy. That's saying that Yahweh shall die for everybody. If that's the case, that's that what you're saying. But anyways, man, I'm not gonna prolong this, man. These wayward ninjas is on a steady decline. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Shalom.